All right, I'm here on behalf of Down Under the Ring with Buddy Matthews. First of all, thank you for being here. Awesome to have you back on home soil.
I appreciate it.
I've got a couple of questions for you today. There's a few crowd-sourced from the podcast that they do as well. So there's a few in here that are fan questions, we'll say.
Okay.
First one is, what's it been like to have your career intertwined with Malakai Black over the last few years? Even free matches 5-10 years ago, in other territories. How'd you meet and what formed your connection?
I guess what formed our connection was that he beat me 3 times. And then if you look at my career, it all stemmed from that. So it was, did the cruiserweight stuff and it became very successful at that, got called to SmackDown. And then it wasn't until I got drafted to Raw under Paul Heyman where we ended up meeting. He beat me 3 times in a row, which then obviously caused my mental breakdown.
Yep.
Which then made me sit ringside at Raw for about an hour and a half while everything was going on. And then I joined Seth, which then I became a disciple. And then we went our separate ways for a while, and here we are. Bitter enemies become besties, I guess is what I say.
And
so
work well together too. So
yeah. When you break it all down, we have a very unique. What's the word I'm looking for? We're just very unique individuals. The way, like off screen and on screen, the way that we interact with each other and our values of professional wrestling behind the scenes line up very well.
Yeah.
So we're very detail orientated performers. We like that storytelling aspect. So the fact that we are able to communicate that and collaborate with that, I feel like that creates the dynamic that is then seen in the House of Black.
Yeah.
That's the long-winded part.
Yeah. So I like long-winded. It makes it easier. This is a bit of a simpler one. Okay. Well, actually, it's simpler to ask, but it's probably a lot harder for you because you know this territory very well.
Okay.
Aussie wrestling state of origin. However, we're not just going Queensland and New South Wales. We're going Queensland, New South Wales, Northern Territory, Victoria. Every state.
Okay.
If you had to assume and pick a team that would win based on where those performers are located. Melbourne? Yeah, that was an easy one for you, wasn't it?
Well, I just feel like when you look at... all right, let's...
Adelaide has got a few.
Yeah.
Adelaide's got a few.
Yeah, if you're looking at the people that have gone abroad, where they've come from, you're looking at Melbourne, you're looking at myself, Tennille.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that Luke would be kind of Melbourne, but I think he's kind of South Australia too. So he's like
he's split 50-50.
Yeah, we'll say Melbourne for this thing to work on my side.
Yeah.
Then from Adelaide, you have Rhea. She's done okay. Zaria. Bronson.
Yeah.
And then Sydney has Waller. Oh, wait, we had Indy too in Melbourne.
Yeah, Indy, yep.
You guys are going to blow my mind right now. There's a lot of us.
There is. We were actually just discussing that earlier. Yeah. There's a lot of Australian talent or oceanic talent. We'll even include New Zealand in it as well.
Okay.
There's a lot of oceanic talent in wrestling at the moment, international wrestling.
Yeah.
But I would say that it'd probably come down to Adelaide versus Melbourne, right? Like Queensland, New South Wales.
I think it would have. Yeah, I don't think they're even in the... They're not even in the...
Queensland specifically, we don't even get mentioned.
No.
We just forget Queensland.
Yeah, you got nothing there. But I think it's Melbourne and Adelaide, definitely. Yeah. But, I'd say Melbourne. Because you got to look at it, right? You got Rhea, who is probably the most successful woman of all time. But I'm one of the originators.
Yep.
I'm probably the guy that kicked open the door. So
absolutely, yeah. Look,
without me, there is none of them. So, Melbourne.
That's a great way to actually segue into my next question. Okay. Because I was going to save this for last, but you've now helped me with this.
Yeah.
You've won a myriad of big championships in your career, right? You've won a massive one in Melbourne a few years back. I was actually there, so that was awesome. If the opportunity presents itself, what would it mean to win another one in February on home soil in Brisbane?
Well, it depends which one.
Any that stand out? Would you prefer to go for?
So, it's tough. I was kind of asked that question earlier. So, I feel like the trio would be cool, because I do believe that we are probably the best trio on the planet when it comes to that. Our win record says that too. But I feel like what we did with the trios titles when we held them was probably the most significant that they were. And we tried to elevate it by doing the open houses and stuff like that. We tried to put our own little flair on it. But then again, like if we like that would be cool to do here. But I feel like matches that people would want to see, and he may have a title then, who knows? But like I feel like me and Will is kind of like a match that people want to see.
Yeah, it's all over the social media.
Is it?
Everyone's screaming for it.
That would be cool. But then you go, I think me and Okada here would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wrestled him in New Japan, and I just feel like, we were the peaks. He's Japan's guy, and I was like Australia's guy. So like, let's do that. That would be cool. Okada versus Buddy in Australia would be pretty cool on paper, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'd absolutely be here for that. So let's make that happen.
Maybe.
Let's make that happen.
I don't make the rules. I don't, yeah.
This one comes from me specifically, all right? Because now I've followed you for a long time. First of all, Civil Regime, big fan. I've actually just ordered the new set.
Yeah? Code Buddy?
So yes, absolutely post.
It is dope.
You're a big fella, all right? You're in the gym all the time. You got off the flight here straight into a gym.
I did, yeah.
What is your go-to personal best, if you're going for it, gym song?
Oh, that's a great question. So, probably Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit.
Yeah?
Yeah, okay. That's up there. But I have been on the Work of Art, the Terrifying 3. So that's kicking. But I go through different things, man. Like I was like 2 days ago, I was listening to Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
I'm at Gold's Gym Venice and I'm listening to Machine Gun Kelly. Like,
different moods for different days.
Yeah, really, I'm all over the place. But probably Break Stuff gets me going.
Yeah.
And I've actually created a playlist which I share with the wife. We've been starting to add songs to it. So, a lot of them are like dope and like trapped. Like those old school songs from the early 2000s. So, yeah, it's nostalgia to me. But yeah, probably Break Stuff because that just gets you going.
Yeah, it's a great answer.
Yeah.
I saw it live a couple of years ago. And it was unreal. So
I've never seen this guy live.
As someone who was like, I'll never get to see Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit live, and then I saw it. Yeah, unreal.
Jealous.
Anyway, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for your time, buddy. You're an absolute legend.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.